son making some history, 110-103. Anthony Davis, by the way, 36 points, 16 rebounds. Anthony Edwards, who just had to sit back and watch, was the big thing, right? This was the entire day was centered around this manufactured moment of history that we finally got in the second quarter, Lou. That
lady said manufacture. Michelle beat it petty as hell. Look at Lou Williams. This lady petty as hell.
Reaction from father and son after the game. Here it is.
Just going up to that sports table with my dad, checking in for the first time. That's a crazy moment I will never forget. That's family. It's always been family over everything. And, for me, I lost a lot of time because of this league and committing to this league. Being on the road at times, missing a lot of his things, Bryce's things, Zuri's things. So to be able to have this moment where I'm working still and I can work alongside my son, it's one of the greatest gifts I've ever got from the man above, and I'm going to take full advantage of it.
Did everything.
Now, what LeBron James just said, I absolutely believe that's how he really feels. Because LeBron really don't know how it feels to be a normal human being. He's been famous since he was 16. He had to spend a lot of time, pretty much his whole entire adult life was evolved around the NBA. That's why I like to always give credit to Savannah, because Savannah really held it down, while LeBron James chasing history, chasing the ghost of Michael Jordan, and trying to be the best version of himself. As far as being a businessman, LeBron's one of the greatest businessmen that ever stepped in the NBA, sports period, We all know the influence he has. We all know the resources he has. This team, Rich Paul, they got themselves a $1 billion corporation. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to LeBron for that. And then you look at it like this, man. Your firstborn, his firstborn was there when he got drafted. And he got the chance to play with his firstborn. So we all know this was in the plans. LeBron wanted this. And to be honest, any father out there would want this moment for themselves and their kids. Now, I just hope this is not all about just LeBron. I hope Bronny James wants to be a basketball player too. He wants to step out of it because he's a good kid. Bronny seemed like a real good kid. He seemed like he wants to be his own person. But right now, it's like they gonna stick to the script. He got to get behind this, and then help develop him to a player. So when LeBron long gone, he's gonna have a guaranteed spot in the league, and I think that's what the plan is.
You'd hoped it be, Lou.
I loved it. Inspiring for me, to say the least. Now that it's all said and done, what a dope moment for LeBron and Bronny to share their court. Had me in my feels a little bit. If you're a father out there with a child that follows in your footsteps, and you reach the level of opportunity to share the floor with them, and they follow in your footsteps, it was inspired to witness. All criticism aside, everybody had their opinions about whether it was earned, this or that. End of the day, this was done. It was historic. The Lakers won the basketball game. Bronny played 3 minutes. Didn't impact the game one way or another, whether that's good or bad. Didn't make an impact. He didn't impact losing. Didn't really impact winning. It was just a great moment, So if anybody out there today has the criticisms, that's a father, man, shame on you. Other than that, this was dope.
I don't see again. I don't think people are not upset at Bronny. Like, let's just be honest. I don't think nobody really mad at Bronny. We looking at LeBron James' motives. I think a lot of people looking at what's LeBron James' motives. You rush your son to the league knowing he wasn't ready. All because a lot of people look at it as it's a selfish act on LeBron part. You want everything to be about you. You want everybody to praise you and say you the greatest all time. You want everybody to say, "Hey, I got my son to lead. I'm the first ever to do this. I'm the first ever to do that." I think that's what people mad about. It ain't really about Bronny for real, bro. Cause I like little Bronny, man. I like him. He seemed like a cool kid, and I want him to succeed. I'm rooting for it. But at the end of the day, I think LeBron put unnecessary pressure on him by saying he's better than half the league right now. You know, when he said that comment last year, not smart to me. In my personal opinion, I would never say it.
As far as Bronny goes, now the real work begins, right? Now you got to put in the work to have staying power. You got to put in the work to make sure everybody knows that you're a valuable pro and everything that you get from this moment on has to be earned. And I hope he blows it out of the water and he has a successful NBA career. But he's going to have to put the work in. He's going to have to go down to the G League and he's going to have to go down there and not even be dominant, but just get better day in and day out and continue to build on his young career and get to a point where he can alleviate all doubt from everybody. So, you know, Beadle, manufactured or not, this was cool to see. It was cool to see. And if there's one person in our league who deserves to have that moment where we can kind of go off the rails of tradition, it's going to be LeBron James. And so kudos to the James family. Kudos to LeBron. Bronny, the real work starts now, brother. Congratulations on everything that you've been able to do to this point. Nobody can help you now. It's all on you. So go out there and get it done.
By the way, salute to Lou Williams, Chandler Parsons. Lou Williams, man. You know I mess with Lou Williams, man. Shout out, salute, man. But God dang, bro. Hey, bro, why do it feels like everybody got to be forced to read a teleprompter, man? It seems like everybody forced to read a teleprompter, man, that's sent by Clutch Sports. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Is that how y'all really feel? I mean, me personally, I feel like you should speak your mind on how you really feel about something, whether we're gonna agree or disagree. As men, as ladies and gentlemen, we all have to learn how to agree to disagree. It's not the end of the world. We're not gonna all see things, the same way. It's just funny to me listen to these folks talk, man. It's like they gotta say the politically correct thing. But I think Lou Williams, for the most part, I think he is being sincere. I think he really means what he says. But at the same time, he gotta hold back some. You feel me?
You're on your own. Chandler, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, listen, I thought it was incredible. It's exactly what we thought it was going to be, right? They got it done early. It wasn't, a end of game situation. It's like you started them. I love the fact that they checked in together. That's a picture perfect moment that they have forever for their family. And like Lou said, if anybody has this kind of juice to get this done, it is LeBron James. And now, do I think this media circus is going to just die down completely? No, I think it's going to now follow him. And when's the next time is he going to play? When is he going to score? Does he go to the G League immediately? There's always going to be media attention around this just because it's never happened before. It's LeBron James and it's the Lakers. And there's a lot of stuff that comes with that for sure. But I thought it was perfect. I thought he got his 2.5 minutes. He got his moment that will go down in the history books. And I thought it was a real special moment. You could tell even in his interview afterwards, that meant a lot to him. And history was made. So I thought it was huge. The bigger story that the Lakers looked awesome and Anthony Davis was an absolute stud and they won their opener against, a contending team in the Western Conference. But as far as this topic, it really is. And
by the way, I had to mention this. Don't y'all know this the first time in 6 years the Lakers won their season opener? This is the first time in 6 years. Think about that. So most important, they did, okay, Bronny James, LeBron, check. Lakers got the win, check. By the way, how the hell the Lakers started off the season at home? I thought that was crazy. It didn't hit me till later. Like, hold on. I thought the team that go to the Western Conference Finals be the first team to play. But how did Adam Silver come up with Minnesota? I go to the road. I thought Dallas went to the finals. So why wasn't Dallas? And I don't know. It seemed kind of weird, but it is what it is.
Incredible, and I'm happy for the both of them. That is a sick, awesome, cool moment that's never happened before, and we don't know if it'll ever happen again. So, congrats.
I just want to remind that there was a large and loud contingent of people when Russell Westbrook was chasing the triple-double record, and it was sort of stat padding towards the end, and they were like, "This is fake history. This is manufactured history." Russell Westbrook made it to the league on his own and did all that by himself. If this isn't manufactured, then I don't know what the word manufactured means. But again, I am not impressed, and I thought this was so ridiculous.
When we're talking about LeBron, that's my only thing. Like, if this was ninth guy on the bench, a journeyman, anybody outside of the best player in the history of our game, kudos to them. You know, like, again, we can call it manufactured or whatever. You still have to be good enough to even qualify to get to this position. It's not like this guy is an absolute scrub.
Lou Williams. Hey, Lou Williams said it's not like he's an absolute scrub. Look, I'm gonna say this again, man. No disrespect, but I'm serious when I say this. And again, I want to see him win. I want to see this guy prove everybody wrong, because that'll be good, because the young guy don't deserve this. But what is Bronny James particularly good at? Is I'm still trying to figure it out. We watched USC. He only averaaged 4 points, low efficiency, like 30% from the field. I mean, he doesn't really have any evidence to back up that he's some kind of good player. Now, there's some people out here that really think Bronny James is a scrub, Lou. I ain't gonna lie. My boy Lou. A lot of people ain't buying it, Lou. Just saying.
That's not what we're seeing here. He still put the work in to be one of the top high school players. Still put the work in to be.
Okay, it's kind of cracking up a little bit.
The history of our game, kudos to them. You know, like, again, we can call it manufactured or whatever. You still have to be good enough to even qualify to get to this position. It's not like this guy is an absolute scrub. That's not what we're seeing here. He still put the work in to be one of the top high school players, still put the work in to be a Division I caliber player, still came off of a heart surgery. Kid had a heart issue, still battled back to even be in this position. So we got to give Bronny some credit for at least putting himself in a position to even have this happen. That's
Can I ask you guys a question? I mean, you guys both busted your asses to get to where you got. If this was all happening during your time and you were a peer of Bronny James, and somehow you slipped further down, or maybe you didn't even get a shot on a roster right off the bat, you're still out there fighting for that spot, how would you feel?
Good question. Good question. Now, he said that Bronny was a D1 caliber player. I mean, did the evidence show that? Like, what was it? Okay, did he even have a breakout game at college? I mean, he only averaged 4 points. I mean, we didn't get to see Bronny, like, forget a stretch. We ain't never had a great game where I said, man, Bronny played out his mind today. We never seen it. So when they say, I feel like right there, again, man, these folks got to read that teleprompter. They got to stick to the script. Just got to be honest. Now, that's a good question. I want to hear what they got to answer right here, because I want to see if they answer it. Because Lou Williams was drafted in the second round. Y'all got to remember that. He was no first round talent. And also Chandler Parsons, he was drafted in the second round. Both of these guys know that feeling of having that there's knowing that's a possibility they might not have get drafted because a guy in front of them, these GMs feel like is more talented or better suited for their team. So let's play this, see what you got to say right here.
Listen, I've seen kids make teams based on the agent that they have, based on relationships that aren't somebody's kid. We've seen this play out before. You've seen guys that go into front office jobs because their dad owns the team or it is a family business or something like that. Those jobs aren't
I don't like that either, though.
Yeah, those jobs aren't necessarily earned. But again, Bronny has at least put himself in a position to have this manufactured, or whatever word that we're going to use. I prefer not to use manufactured because I feel like there was still a level of work that he has put in. Now, is he an NBA player right now? It's a lot of work to be done. Make no qualms about it. He has a ton of work.
There's a lot of work to be done. Translation: no, he's not ready for the league. That he said it's a lot of work to be done. The translators say no. That's it.
To be done, but he also has upside and he also has potential. Now, are we maybe 1 or 2 years early in this process of him being a pro? For sure, but I still think this kid is a pro. I still think he puts himself in a position to be a professional basketball player. Are we a little early? Sure. Did we jump the gun? Sure. You can make all of those criticisms, but we have to put some respect on Bronny James' name. He is good enough, and he's a good enough prospect for him to even be in this position.
Well, Lou Williams says he believes he got a lot of upside. I would like to think Lou Williams right. That's the part we waiting to see.
Of course there was a commercial. This whole thing is well planned. Let's roll it, shall we?
All right, man, I got you. Yo. Come on.
Hey, Rook, better not be late.
Yo, are you serious? Come on, man.
Hey, clean up my driveway. It's a mess.
Yo, you too old for this. What's going on, bro? Come on. You way too old for this, man. Yo, Bryce, where your keys at?
Michelle, 1 to 10, how bad do you hate that?
It is. I almost wish my family could just be kidnapped and taken hostage for life rather than ever seeing that again.
Oh,
so I don't know.
God.
Is that a 1?
That was
Did you love it?
No, it was pretty brutal, but honestly, it's
Okay, good.
again the whole concept and the idea of it I do love. I think it's one of the core things that's ever happened in sports. I think it's awesome. The commercial is a little tacky, but it's awesome, and obviously this has been in the works for years now, and to see it come to fruition, I think is really cool. But I'm on the same page as you are with the commercial. I'll be honest with you.
Listen,
Yes, please,
we can use this whole first segment. I'm gonna keep fighting for it. Like, this is not like a protege of LeBron. This is not like a kid that grew up in his neighborhood. He changed that kid's diapers. This is dope. Like, Beadle, if we've been running back for 20 years and you have a beautiful daughter and she may not be, I'm gonna ring it up to give her a chance to share this moment with you.
Well, hold on. Well,
go ahead.
But here's the thing, Lou, because those of us who tend to skew cynical, myself, we don't see this necessarily as a moment a parent is giving a great opportunity to their child. It looks more like, now let's just say last night was the big 3 minutes in the NBA that Bronny James got. And all right, cool. It happened on opening night. You go to the G League, whatever happens, happens. Maybe you don't come back. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't ever have a real career. Then what this will always look like in the end is that it was more about LeBron. It was about LeBron's goals, LeBron's desire to be that guy. Always. And so for those of us who are just rolling our eyes at sort of what I call manufactured history, I actually feel for the kid because you do a commercial like that, this kid who has not done anything yet, it looks bad. It's just bad optics.
She said it's bad optics. Like I said, 90% of the people I talk to, they saying the same. They saying the same stuff she's saying. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Get in the comment section. Light it up, man. It's your boy Showtime, man. It's gonna be an interesting season. Buckle up, man.